Alright, listen up. I want your attention right now because what I'm about to say could change everything for you. We're not talking about just getting through the day, we're talking about dominating it. We're talking about building something that's unshakable, unbreakable. Today, we're diving into something that separates the winners from the losers. It's what makes champions out of challengers. It's called resilience. Let's face it, you're going to get knocked down. The world doesn't care about your feelings, about your struggles. Life is like the market. It's volatile. 1 minute, everything's looking up. Profits are flowing, deals are closing. The next minute, the bottom drops out. But guess what? The market always recovers, and so do the people who know how to weather the storm. The ones who've built resilience. You see, resilience is like having a diversified portfolio. You don't put all your energy, your hope, your emotions into one stock, one opportunity. Because if that fails, and sometimes it will, you don't crumble. You have the strength, the reserves, the backup to keep going. Resilience is your ability to bounce back, to recover, and not just return to where you were, but to get stronger, smarter, and faster. Every setback is an opportunity for a comeback. You've got to think of resilience like compound interest. You don't see the results immediately, but every day you push through, every time you refuse to quit, every time you get back up when life knocks you down, you're investing in your future self. And just like compounding money over time builds wealth, building resilience in the face of challenges creates success. Here's the truth. Success doesn't come to the people who have it easy. Success comes to the people who can take a punch, stay on their feet, and swing back even harder. Life's gonna test you. The market is gonna crash. The deals are gonna fall through. The clients will walk away. You're gonna have sleepless nights. But that's where you grow. That's where you prove to yourself and the world that you're not going to fold under pressure. Think about the greats, the big players, the people who have risen to the top. They didn't get there because everything went their way. They got there because when they got hit, they didn't run. They didn't cry about it. They didn't sit there feeling sorry for themselves. They adapted, they learned, they grew stronger. That's resilience. I'm going to tell you something that might shock you. Pain is profit. Yeah, you heard me right. Pain is profit. Every time you experience a setback, every time you feel like the world's caving in on you, you've just been given an opportunity to increase your value. Because resilience is the greatest asset you can have, and you only get it by going through the hard times. It's easy to stay in the game when everything's working out, but when the chips are down, when the economy's tanking, when you're at rock bottom, that's where the real players stand out. That's when resilience pays dividends. You've got to start seeing challenges as investments in your future success. Every tough moment, every obstacle, it's not there to stop you. It's there to build you. It's there to prepare you for the big wins. Think of it like this. You don't become a millionaire overnight. You become a millionaire by making consistent, smart investments over time. You don't become resilient by avoiding pain. You become resilient by facing it, by investing in it, by growing through it. Now I know what you're thinking. Jordan, that sounds great, but how do I actually build resilience? How do I become unbreakable? It's simple. You refuse to give up. You refuse to accept defeat as permanent. You treat every failure like a lesson. And more importantly, you control your mindset. Let me tell you something. Your mind is your greatest asset. The way you think in difficult times determines how you come out on the other side. You've got to start treating your mind like a high-performing investment account. You protect it. You don't let it get polluted by fear, by negativity, by doubt. When things get tough, and they will, your mind has to be your fortress. You don't let the noise of failure, the whispers of doubt, the distractions of despair creep in. You keep your focus. You stay sharp. You stay in control. Because here's the reality. You can't always control the world around you. You can't control the market. You can't control the economy. And you can't always control the people in your life. But you can always control how you react. You can always control your attitude. You can always control your resilience. That's your power. That's your edge. Think about it like this. Imagine you're a trader on the floor of the stock exchange. The market's crashing. Everything's going haywire. People are losing their minds, panicking, selling off everything in a frenzy. But you're calm, you're collected. You know the storm is temporary. You know you've prepared for this moment. You know that when everyone else is freaking out, you're looking for the opportunity. Because that's what resilience gives you, clarity under pressure. It allows you to see the opportunity where everyone else sees the problem. And that's exactly what resilience does in your life. When others are falling apart, when they're complaining, when they're giving up, you're the one who sees the opening. You're the one who stays in the game. You're the one who adapts, who adjusts, who thrives. Because you know that resilience is the foundation of every great success story. Every single one. Look at any titan of business, anyone who's made it big, and you'll find the same thing. They've been knocked down more times than you can count. But they didn't let it break them. They didn't quit when things got hard. They didn't fold when the market tanked. They dug deep, they pushed through, and they came out stronger on the other side. That's resilience. That's what separates the winners from the wannabes. Here's the deal. You've got to start seeing yourself as unbreakable. You've got to train your mind, your body, your spirit to withstand the hits. You've got to build yourself up so that when the world knocks you down, and it will, you're ready. You're ready to bounce back faster, harder, smarter. Resilience isn't about surviving, it's about thriving through adversity. It's about taking the hits and turning them into momentum. I'm going to tell you a story. There was a time early in my career when I was completely wiped out. I mean, everything was gone. My money, my deals, my reputation. I was staring at rock bottom, wondering if this was the end. But you know what I realized? Rock bottom is a foundation. It's not the end, it's the beginning. You see, when you've got nothing left, you've got nothing to lose. That's when you get dangerous. That's when you start taking risks. That's when you realize that the only way is up. And that's exactly what I did. I used that failure, that pain, that adversity as fuel. I built myself back up and I became stronger because of it. And that's what you need to do. You need to use every failure, every rejection, every disappointment as fuel. Fuel for your fire. Fuel for your comeback. Because let me tell you something. The bigger the setback, the bigger the comeback. The harder life hits you, the more you'll appreciate the success that comes after. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to stop looking at difficult times as the end of the road. I want you to stop letting fear and doubt run the show. You need to start seeing every challenge as an opportunity. An opportunity to grow, to learn, to become stronger. You need to tell yourself every single day, I'm resilient, I'm unbreakable. No matter what happens, I will find a way. Because here's the truth. The market doesn't care about your excuses. Life doesn't care about how hard it is. Success doesn't care about your struggles. The only thing that matters is whether you have the resilience to keep going. And you do. You've got everything you need inside of you right now to succeed. You just have to tap into it. So what's it going to be? Are you going to fold when things get tough? Are you going to let life knock you down and keep you there? Or are you going to rise? Are you going to build that resilience, that inner strength, that unshakable mindset that guarantees success no matter what? You're in control. You always have been. Now go out there, face those challenges, and show the world what real resilience looks like. Let's go make a lot of money.